We are from Study Hub 8 and we will discussing about the topic 3, which is the organization and management of learner-centered classroom. So let's proceed to the first reporter, Juliana Marie Igloria.
Good day, everyone. My name is Juliana Marie R. E. Gloria, a BS Ed English 1B student, and today we are going to talk about learner-centered classroom organization. Number one, we have the room structuring. For individualized learning, we need to set up learning stations where students can work with their own place, based on their abilities and interests. This allows them to be independent and develop self-discipline. For group learning, desks should be arranged in many ways. A group of four is a, is a, is a ideal for cooperative learning. For whole class discussion, a UB shape or circular arrangement is based because it is allows all students to have a front row seat, making discussions more interactive and inclusive. For actively based learning, a large table or a design space for hands-on activities is necessary, especially for projects that requires movement or materials. Number two, we have the classroom routine and procedure. When we say routines, it constantly is a key in order in the classroom. When students know that what to expect, they feel more secured and are able to focus better, getting student attention quickly, establishing procedures for correcting homework, posting visual aids, updating missed lessons for absence students, managing transitions during break time, clearing desks and cleaning up their activities, organizing group discussion and partners swap. Number three, we have the social environment, fairness, respect, and encouragement. A teacher should be a facilitator. This means we guide discussion, encourage participations, and value student perspective. Fairness and consistency. Students should know that classroom rules apply to everyone equally. Building relationship, get to know your student beyond academic. Ask about their interests. Listen to their concerns and show what you care. Show that you care. Promoting equally. Avoid biases. Encourage diverse opinions and treat every student with respect. Number four, we have creating a motivating learning environment. A classroom should be more than just a place for learning. It should be a place where students feel inspired. We have a two motivation. Number one is the intrinsic motivation. We want students to be self-driven and excited to learn because they find meaning in their studies. Number two, we have the extrinsic motivation. We encourage internal motivation. While we encourage internal motivation, intrinsic motivation is like a prize, rewards, and positive reinforcement also play a role in shaping behavior. Here are the five effective ways to get students excited about learning. Number one, we have to encourage them, recognize their efforts and prize their progress. Number two, we have to involve them, give student responsibilities to make them feel valued. Three is to offer incentives, sometimes small rewards or recognition can boost motivation. Number four, be creative. Use games, discussion, debates, and multimedia to make lesson engaging. Five is connect lesson to real life. Show student how what they learning apply to everyday situation. Here are the takeaways. At the end of the day, a learner-centered classroom is one that is organized, engaging, and supportive. It's about structuring a physical space to suit different learning needs, establishing clear routines to maintain or and consistency, creating a positive and respectful social environment, encouraging motivation through intrinsic and extrinsic methods. By focusing on these elements, we empower our students to take charge of their own learning, setting them up for success both inside and out.
Good day, everyone. I am the second reporter. By the way, my name is Ivy M. Babalate. And so let's proceed to the letter B, which is learner-centered classroom rules and responsibilities. Letter B, learner-centered classroom rules and regulations. Student-centered classroom involves changes in the rules and responsibilities of learners and instructors in the delivery of instructional strategies. In learning itself, these all differ from those in the traditional teacher-centered classroom. So in that statement says, in a student-centered classroom, students are more active in their learning, unlike a traditional classroom, where the teachers does most of the talking and explaining. The teacher guides and supports, but students take more responsibility for their own learning. So let's proceed to the rules and responsibility of both teacher and learner. Teacher, first, recognize and accommodate different learning modalities. So it says that teacher should understand how different students learn best, visually, auditorily, and etc. Number two, provide structures without being overly directive. So it says that teachers should create a clear learning path but allow students some freedom and autonomy in their learning process. Number three, listen and respect each learner point of view. Teachers should actively listen and value their student perspective and opinions. Number four, encourage and facilitate learners' shared decision making. So teachers should involve students in decision about their learning, fostering a collaborative learning environment. Number five, helps learners break through difficulties by asking open-ended questions to help them arrive at conclusion or solution that um, are satisfactory to them. So when students face challenges, teachers should guide them with open-ended questions, improving them to find their own solutions. So let's proceed to learners. Number one, active participants in their own learning. So students should actively engage in the learning process, not just passively receive information. Number two, makes decisions about what and how they will learn. So students should have a say in what they learn and how they learn it. Number three, construct new knowledge and skills by building on current knowledge and skills. So students should understand the learning goals and use self-assessment to track their progress. Number four, understand expectation and or encourage to use self-assessment measures. So students should understand the learning goals and use self-assessment to track their progress. Number five, monitor their own learning to develop strategies for learning. So students should regularly check their understanding and adjust their learning strategies as needed. Number six, work in collaboration with others learners. So students should learn to work effectively with their peers. Number seven, provide work that demonstrate authentic learning. So students should produce work that shows genuine understanding and application of what they learn. So that's all for my part. Let's proceed to the third reporter, which is City Brikias Jikalan. Thank you.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, everyone. My name is Integrated JG Hilani and I'm from Southern Philippines. Today, I'll be going to tackle about the classroom routines and procedures, the role of discipline in learner-centered classrooms. There are a lot of classroom routines and procedures, but I'll just go to tackle the three, which is the collaboration, classroom norms, logical consequences, and consistent application. The first one is collaboration classroom norms. Always start with basics. Every class should have a sort list of rules or norms that develop together. Positively praise. Developing this list as a group allows students to see why behind the rules and buy into how they are enforced. Create 3 to 5 rules that tell everyone what they should do and what they shouldn't do. The teacher's job is to facilitate the development of the list, not develop it yourself. And there are 3 types of logical consequences: time out or take a break. Time out or take a break is not a punishment. You are not punishing the child for misbehavior. Instead, you are asking them to take a few minutes to regain self-control and to think over what just occurred. For example, when a student make a derogatory remark about another student's response to a question, you take a break and let the student realize what he or she just said. And the second one is you break it, you fix it. Use this type of logical consequences when you see an opportunity for a student to solve a problem they cause. When something has been broken, feelings have been hurt, or a mess have been made, whether accidentally or intentionally. The consequences is that the one responsible for the problem takes responsibility for fixing it. For example, one child accidentally knocks into another on the playground. She stops, apologizes, and offers to help the other child. And the third one is loss of privilege. Use this type of logical consequences when a student doesn't follow expectation or to him until she changes her tone of voice. And the third classroom routines and procedure is consistent application. A classroom without a consistent practice can often be chaotic, but creating an environment that welcomes uniform responses to behaviors choices will support each student's understanding of expectations. Unchanging rules and regulations ensure that students and families understand classroom norms and know what to expect when those norms are not met. The consistent of application goes hand in hand with logical consequences. Make sure that you are consistent with your roles, your consequences, and your reinforcement. Consistent is critical in creating space for an effective learning environment so that students can participate in learning more effectively when they have a clear understanding and classroom of procedures and their importance. Teachers need to be fair. Consequences need to be issued to the student immediately, and all students should be treated the same. Being consistent in your classroom is paramount to being successful as a student and obtaining respect from your students. And that's all. Thank you.
I'm Princess Caril Brulona, and this is my part. So this is the continuation. Number 4, student. Specific responses when responding to misbehavior. Take into account the social, emotional, and cognitive skills of the students, as well as what was happening in the situation. The consequences for a student might be the same, but you might practice more with the student or have them reflect on their behavior. For example, you have a student who always pushes in line. The student has a line spot that has been working well, but the student still needs reminders to go to their line. You line up your class but forgot to remind them. The student goes to different spots and pushes in line. In these situations, tell the student and the consequences remain the same, but apologize to them for not reminding them of their spots. Number 5. Time for resolution in your class. Develop routines for resolving conflicts. This is not a skill that comes naturally to students or adults. So be prepared to guide and instruct. The first thing taught, provide space and time for this to occur. Some teachers build this into their morning meeting or closing meeting. Have a conflict resolution process for disagreements between students. This process should focus on communicating clearly, finding agreeable solutions, and make a plan to move forward. Last, number 6. Calm spaces. What happens when a student is struggling to control their emotions or behavior? Do they have a place they can go in your room or a process they can go through? Lots of classrooms have a take-a-break spot. This can just reinforce the behaviors implementing a student for your take-a-break spot and teaching it's more essential than what space look like. Student could even complete the process as their desk, and this may work better for all the students. It includes a simple process that students use that focuses on self-regulation and coping skills, and that's for my topic.